Today, I want to try and get the couple cows that we have moved over here to our farm. We have one thing we need to do before we can do that, and this gate right here behind me is it. We need to move it to our new post down the way there. Unfortunately, plan A is not an option. The hinge for this gate, they welded the hinge to both the gate and then the peg to the metal fence. So we're gonna end up cutting it at least on one side, probably on both, top and bottom. And then we'll start over with brand new hardware on our new post. And then I have a 4-foot walk-through gate down there we'll go get to finish out the space. Cause like I said in last video, this gate's like 2.5 feet short. And I know that'll get some overlap, which isn't ideal, but it's free. We have these two gates, so we're gonna make it work and use them. And one day down the line, we'll put up a gate that's the correct length. I wanted to pause from that while I'm over here by it, but moving forward here on the ranch, now that we've got that big fencing project done, the next thing is I want to get this old metal pipe hauled off. I wanted to try and reuse some of it to extend the corral, but this pipe is so weak I can bend it and break it with my hands with little effort. The reason I hadn't hauled it off yet is because there are several other little piles throughout the property that I want to get with it, and it's just been so darn wet I've not been able to. That's the next thing, and then we're going to start tackling our corral. We have this little area here, that's our little metal shed, and then this side of the driveway, we didn't let the cattle have this last year. Originally, I wanted this little patch right here to be the corral and the old hay yard to be the catch pen. But I've got a different idea now. Their one water source is up there by that shelter where I'm pointing. I'm gonna run down the driveway here with some fencing and kind of make that the catch pen and holding area. And then they'll run down. There's a fence line right here that runs underneath that big tree, and it actually runs behind this metal shed. The metal shed has another little portion of a fence, and it makes about a 20-foot wide or so alleyway. My idea is I'll be able to run them into that alleyway, use it as like a bud box kind of system. And then right here at the tip where these trees end, it'll kind of turn, and I'll have a couple small sorting pens and the alleyway will ultimately end right here where this head gate is. It'll all be mounted up on wood, and this will be where I load, unload, and I can work cattle at. So I would run them behind these trees. I'd run them through a gate into the catch pen, and I'd run them this way, and then ultimately this space right through here would be the sorting pens, the alleyway with the head gate, which would ultimately end right here. It'll be a much larger setup than what I need for the number of cattle I have. but I'd rather have way too much than way too little. This is not going to be entirely made out of these panels. We got 6-row barbed wire along the road. We'll probably do like a goat wire fence with some barbed wire on top for this short distance from here to the main gate along the driveway. And then the pens and stuff where the cattle will be in tighter quarters will be these big panels. And the panels will be sunk with big wood post and concrete. So here's what it'll look like when we're finished. Is it pretty? No. Is it perfect? No. Functional? Yes. And it's cheap. Since it's only 2 cows right now, we ran a hot wire and we're gonna just kind of rotate graze them. This is where I could use you over here. Can you just hold this down?
But if something goes south, I'm running. You know that. Get this done, you can go get some gas.
I'm so glad to get these girls turned out on grass. There's nothing prettier than watching cows graze on a pretty spring day.